Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Welcome to Outlaw Radio, Mr. Farner.
Hey, good to be here with you, Outlaws.
Welcome. And your sound is perfect.
perfect. Your Wi-Fi is perfect.
And your band in the background, all the amps, awesome.
Looks awesome. Did you like the little train that we had going on? Looked a little bit like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
AI is amazing. We use it all the time. We love it.
That's
Well,
cool.
Mark Farner is joining the show. He's an American musician. He was the original singer and guitarist of the rock band Grand Funk Railroad, which he co-founded in 1969 and later as a contemporary Christian musician. But before we even get into the interview, I'd like to ask everybody that we interview, before you even got into music, I mean, what led you down the road to becoming a musician in the first place?
The jam sessions, I got to say that they are responsible for my love for music because my mother moved to Michigan from Leechville, Arkansas, when she was 16 years old because her family moved up to Flint, Michigan to get these high-paying auto factory jobs. And everybody that came from Arkansas, and we're talking about the whole family, everybody came. And my grandpa, my uncles, I, a lot of folks, and they would all get together every Sunday, either at my mother's house on Davison Road, just outside of Flint, or at my Aunt Dorothy, my mother's sister, at her house, and there would be playing, talking about banjo, violin, guitars. My dad blew saxophone, and the women sang like angels, dude. I mean, that's what inspired me to want to, get into it. I knew I had something in there. If I got anything from my family, I had some of that down in there someplace, and I found it.
Well, that's fantastic. Sounds like a big hootenanny. I grew up and spent some time in Virginia, and all the families would get together and play violin and drum and the whole bit. So
Yeah,
I
man.
follow you on that. That's very cool. All right, well, you go ahead, Jim.
Were you partaking in those jams, or were you just listening and watching?
I was just listening. I'm like 3-4 years old.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When you look up and the grown-ups look like these big giants walking around in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you began your career in music by playing in Terry Knight and the Pack in '65.
Well, actually, before that, I was with the Bossmen. Dick Wagner, who was the lead guitar player for Alice Cooper, he had a band in Michigan called the Bossmen, and that was actually where I first started, playing out and getting some recognition. I wrote my first song because Dick Wagner told me I could.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it just turned out to be Heartbreaker, which is on the first Grand Funk album, On Time.
That was your first song, Heartbreaker?
That was the first song I ever wrote.
Whoa.
So it was the Bossman first, then it was the Pack after that?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
And then the Fabulous Pack as
yeah.
well?
Yep.
And then before Grand Funk Railroad with Don Brewer, Mel Shaker, is that right?
Shocker.
Shocker, okay. And then you attended Flint Kearsley High School with Craig Frost, who later joined your band on keyboards. Is that correct?
I attended Kearsley High School, but Craig Frost, I think he went to Flint Central.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a city boy.
And then he joined your band.
Yeah, man.
That's very cool. And then also another thing that not a lot of people know, and I surprised some people as I was talking about the interview, you're of Cherokee descent.
That's right.
That's very cool.
My mother's grandmother, my great-grandmother, was full blood. And she married a New York City Jew.
Oh, wow.
Elizabeth Coone Jones.
And Jim had a question for you about Terry Knight.
Oh, yes. How and when did you meet Terry Knight?
Well, Terry Knight was a disc jockey on CKLW, which was a big station in Canada, Windsor, Ontario, just across the river from Detroit. And he started looking for some band to front him. He was writing songs, and he heard about us. He came and looked and interviewed the management of the band, and he kind of slicked his way right in there and kind of took over. And so Terry Knight in the Pack, uh, we did some, you know, um, what was the name of that record company? I can't even remember the name. Oh, Lucky 11 Records. We we did some, and it was a subsidiary label. The guy that guy owned a bar across from the Buick in Flint, and he had the record company. And he told us, guys, he says, "You guys stick with me, you'll be farting through silk." I, I said, I looked at Bobby. We called him Crowfoot, Bobby Gene Caldwell. I said, "Ain't that just what you want to do, Bobby? You want to fart through some silk?"
That's a way to put it. That's for sure.
That's a funny way to put it.
Yeah.
So you're the guitarist and lead singer of Grand Funk Railroad, as well as the songwriter for most of their material.
Yeah.
Your best known composition is the '70s epic "I'm Your Captain, Closer to Home."
Yeah.
You also wrote the '75 hit "Bad Time," which was in the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah.
And then you became a born again Christian in the late 1980s.
Yeah.
And I have a good question for you come up here in a second. You earned a Dove Award nomination, reached number 2 on the contemporary Christian music charts. Now, this is my question. Did you become a born-again Christian after your near-death experience? And since we are a paranormal show, could you share a little bit of that with us?
I did not. I was a Christian before then, but I went to some churches. I thought I had to go to church. I thought that was the thing. And, but just between you and me and whoever's watching this, Jesus threw the money changers out of the church. And he didn't say, "Run along, y'all. Run along, boys." No, he said, "Get the hell out of here because you're turning my father's house into a den of thieves." That was the money changers. Threw the money changers out. And most churches that I have been to, everyone that I've been to, operate under a 501c3 tax exemption, whereby they sign on the dotted line with the Infernal Revenue Service and they give them the authority over the ministry of that church. They give the they give the authority over their ministry to the money changers, y'all. Just saying, something in the milk ain't cream. So I'm a different kind of Christian. I'm a cussing Christian. I'm a believer. And especially after my near death experience, I know uh, more than I should as far as what's coming. But I've always had some kind of a tap into that, you guys, because of the songs I wrote, like "Social Disaster." I wrote that back in 1977. Dick Wagner, the guitar player of Alice Cooper, produced that for me. And he says, "Where the hell are you getting this from?" And I said, "Dude, you told me it was right in here. You pointed, you stuck your finger in my chest. You said, it's right there. That's where my songs are. So you know where it came from. It came from in here." He says, "Man, that is some profound kind of stuff going on. But something red is on the way, coming closer day by day, threatening the life of every man who reigns in freedom in this land. Is there anyone left with spirit here? If you've up and gone, then I really fear a social disaster." It's just, that's the first verse. And it goes on. But I've always had that kind of like this advance warning, advance notice. And then I solidified where all that was coming from uh, in my near death experience, which was um, It was kind of superseded by the experience I had with a guy who was driving 120 miles an hour. And this kid was, I could see, I got great eyes for distance, and I could see this kid on the road. We're on a 2-lane road going into Swartz Creek, Michigan. This kid is up on the shoulder of the road. I said, Jim, back out of it. You see that kid up there? So he's backing out of it. And I'm not kidding you. He did 120 miles an hour everywhere we went with no seatbelts. This kid, as we are slowing down, we're doing about, 65, 60 miles an hour. He's getting it under control. The kid is walking northbound. His mother's coming southbound in a little station wagon. She pulls off the road. He steps out into the road, didn't even hear us coming, didn't look. We was fixing to kill that kid. And Atherton swerved to the right. He just threw the steering wheel to lock, just wow, like this. We went down through the ditch, airborne.
Wow.
The nose came over on a 65 Chevy, and we're headed right for these 3 oak trees right in front of this farmhouse. We're going to die. Guys, there was no bailing out. There was no parachute, no opening the door and jumping any kind. There was no kind of time like that, but there was time, just a split second. I was on my knees in the passenger seat, bowed down. No, God, please. No, God, no, not now, not now. I'm saying this, and we hit, boom, bam, bam, bam. I look around. It's like I pinch myself. I'm not dead. Oh my God. The front end of that 65 Chevy was up on a big rock that was a driveway marker of this big farm. They had one on each side of the driveway. Well, we crowned that one on the right side. And I opened the door and jumped down, and I ran back to that tree. And we hit in front of the tree. You could see the skid marks. We hit in front of the tree. The skid marks go up to the tree like this, and they continue on the other side of the tree.
Wow.
Square biz. And when the cops got there, this is before Swartz Creek had a police force. So Flint cops got there. One of the neighbors had dialed. So they show up with a squad car. One of the officers gets out. The other officer is getting into the trunk to get the wheel that they measure of the skid marks and everything with. So the officer came with his clipboard. We're standing off to the side of these oak trees, and he says, "What happened?" And he looks over, and when he saw those skid marks, his hands started shaking. And I'm telling him what happened, that I prayed to God that we wouldn't die. Not now, Lord. I said, not now. Pull us out of here. And somehow, Jim and Jeff, we were transported through that tree. The evidence was there, the skid marks. And here comes the guy with the wheel, and he's measuring the other officer. He's measuring everything. He's stopping. He's writing things down. When he gets to where they just start in front of that oak tree, he kind of bends around and looks, and he sees, because he sees him going right up to the oak tree, and he kind of bends around and sees them continue on the other side. And when he realized what had happened, it's like somebody pulled the plug on his power. He went down. He was white as a ghost. I'm talking, man, he was like, his eyes were this big around. And the guy that had his clipboard and was asking us the questions, he threw the clipboard down. He went over and grabbed his partner, got him up on his feet, and they looked over. The one guy that went down, he was in some other land, because he could not believe what his eyes were seeing, you guys. He couldn't take it. That was too much reality for that boy. And so his partner got him over to the cruiser, opened the shotgun door, put him in, walked around the front of the car. He got in and they drove off and they left all their shit. They left all their shit out there. Oh, it was something else. So that proved to me that that God that I was praying to all these years really existed. And it wasn't my time. And when I had my near death experience back in 2012, October 23, uh, it was, I was on a gurney in emergency room at Harper Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. We were down in Detroit. My wife and I were doing some PR. I was just doing music stuff, and we stayed at the Renaissance Center. And when she woke up in the morning, she went and started doing her woman thing, putting her face all together and her, doing her hair and all. And she come out. She said, my arm shot up, my left arm shot up in the air. She said, then your left leg shot up in the air and you rolled out onto the floor and you flopping around like a wounded tuna. And I said, are you kidding me? I can't remember any of that stuff. And actually, I only remember just kind of a glimpse when the paramedics came to the room and they had me on the oxygen. I kind of came to and kind of realized, oh, something is wrong here. They put me in a hospital. We're on our way to Harper, or I mean, in the ambulance, put me uh, in the emergency room at Harper Hospital, and they had me hooked up to an external pacemaker. When I started realizing, you know, what was happening, and I was in a hospital, and here I'm hooked up. I got wires coming out of me, and I'm looking over. I'm kind of looking for my wife, and all of a sudden it was like they hit me with so much electricity. It was like they plugged me right slap into the wall, dudes. I'm not kidding you. That kind of electricity should not be allowed in an external pacemaker, but and I don't know, maybe that one was hot rodded, but it killed me. The volt,
Wow.
it killed me. And my wife heard me. She was over at the side of the gurney, and she's like beating on my chest. Come back here! It's like, and I'm going, and once I was in that tense of being, I was out of my body. I didn't want to get back in that body.
Well, hold on one second. So
Yeah.
they hit you with the electricity, what, to get your heart back into a rhythm?
Well,
Is that what happened? And then, so did you died, right?
yes,
But then,
I died, and
but you immediately woke up into another
I,
realm?
I transitioned. I
Yeah.
transitioned out. You see, we're spirits in a bone suit. This lovely thing that we live in, and we all die. We expire, but the spirit is everlasting. And I realized that.
Agree.
I realized that uh, when I left. I knew all things. I mean, when you're in that place, you know all things. I even had the purpose of the Earth years. I knew what the purpose of the Earth years was. I did not bring that information back with me. I died a second time. And on the re entry into the bone suit that second time, I was shown clearly that debt, DEBT, debt consciousness is the plague of mankind. And we are responsible of relieving any debt. I'm talking any debt, the unfulfilled expectations of people put upon us, the debt of regret, having regret for something we did or something we should have done. Uh, all this debt consciousness, it all comes from from our imagination. And it is overwhelming us, and we don't even realize it, you guys, because we operate in the RAM, the RAM memory, the random access memory, and the read-only memory is where the all of this debt is stacking up. Every bit of it through our life, it doesn't leave unless we get rid of it. We shoo it out of ourselves, and we can do that, but we have to first believe that it is there. We have to recognize that it is there. I was shown that, like I said, the second re-entry, Jeff, into my body, man. I saw this as clear as day, and I told Lisa, my wife, I said, what I've been telling you for the last, 6, 7 years about debt consciousness, it was just confirmed to me, because I had it before I actually died. I had the concept that somehow this debt, but then I have the power now that I made the journey. I have the power now to set myself free from that and to help people set themselves free, because we individually are the only ones who can set ourselves free. There's nobody coming along with a magic wand or going to slap you in the forehead and knock you down. No, it's going to be revelation. It's going to be Holy Spirit revelation, because and we show the God of this universe that we believe in him by petitioning him for this knowledge, for this understanding, so we can find those anchors that are holding us back, take the bolt cutters to the chain, cut that shit out of our life, man, and set ourselves free. And that's really, my nutshell kind of thing. But I do it every morning. I pray every morning before I slip my feet out onto that floor. I'm saying, Lord, show me where it's at. I know I got more of that debt consciousness. Help me get rid of an anchor today. Help me get rid of some of this weight that I've been carrying. Because there's such a relief when you die. The relief that you experience is, you cannot explain it. It is so freeing. That's why I said, and I've heard many people have said when they died, they didn't want to come back to the bone suit. They didn't want to come back in there, because there was that relief. That relief, guys. It's so overwhelming, so wonderful. It is God. It was like, man, oh, yes. Okay. Wow. Show me again.
Now, did you feel the love of God immediately, like the source? Did you feel the peacefulness? That's
Yes.
everything I've read.
Yes, brother. I surely did.
I've listened to that video quite a few times now. You're talking about the debt consciousness, and I want to make sure I kind of understand what you're saying, so I hope this makes sense. In concern with your near-death experience, you talk about how people need to release their debt, which you say is the regret that people carry in their lives, to let yourself off the hook. My question is, how about the bad people that have regret? We're not letting them off the hook, I hope. I don't know. What, am I totally off point here?
No, no, no. And that's a good question, Jim. I believe that even with ourself, with respect to, letting yourself off the hook, you have to, in order to purify yourself. But you cannot forget this. You have to put it in front of yourself. You let yourself off the hook. You get yourself out of debt, but you keep it in front of you. You keep your sins before you so that you never make that mistake again.
Oh, I see.
These are the things that will prevent us from stepping off and getting in a snafu, because there's so many people, man, that want to take advantage. I don't know. It's this evil kind of shit that they, I don't know. They get off on it. Some people, there's been bands where they worship the devil and all this. It's just, and I think of that is the result of what I was talking about earlier. These churches who've signed a 501c3 tax exemption and gave the money changers authority over their ministry, they're just clubs. There's some of them that I've been to, or back in the 80s, uh, when I first, gave it up and started seeking and pursuing Christianity. But it, I saw a lot of hypocrisy. It was just overwhelming, the hypocrisy. But they are prevented from preaching the real gospel because the ones who gave them the tax break, the tax exemption, the ones who make it possible for the people in the church to get up and say, make your tax deductible donation out to this church.
Yeah.
You know, uh, they they can't they can't really tell you about what I'm telling you, dudes. This is the truth. This is unadulterated, purely from my experience, but it is my understanding of what that truth is. It's very simple. It is so simple, dudes. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
Oh, is it simple? And they've complicated it. Some of these churches that I've seen, they pay the praise and worship band. They give them a salary every week to show up there and play this music. They get them all whooped up, get this congregation whooped up, and oh yeah, man, hold up your checkbook, hold up your wallet. Nah, oh my God. It says, Jesus would puke in a place like that. Uh, it's so far away from love. God is love, man, and the modern day church is evading it. The modern day church done gave its soul over to evil.
Yeah, you're right about that. I remember there's a passage in the Bible that says, "Lift a stone, and you will find me." And also scripture in there about Jesus hated the church. He didn't want anything to do with the church because it was corrupt. And now today they're corporations, and we have billionaires that are preaching.
Word, word, brother Jeff.
Doesn't seem right,
But,
does
yeah.
it?
It ain't,
Well,
brother. It ain't, Jim.
that's
Ain't
an
right.
amazing story about the near-death experience. That falls in line with everything I've read about universal consciousness, how you know everything. And here's my question for you, and it wasn't a part of my questions before, but when you came back into your skin suit, did it feel heavy? I mean, we went from feeling like
Bliss.
bliss to being. Did you feel the gravity immediately pull you back in?
Not to the same degree, because I have the revelation with me. The revelation of what this debt is and its purpose. I know the purpose of debt. And in this whole world, I'm, and you couldn't really uh, give it a full concentration without knowing that money debt that we get into, credit card debt, all this other debt that we get into is part of that consciousness. We have to sort it out. Uh, Myself, this is the way I go about it. I sort it out, and I'm trying to live a debt-free life. And because it is only our imaginations that keep us pinned down, because debt is imaginary. It's not something tangible. It's something we have imagined, and somebody helped train our imaginations when we were real young to buckle down, to give it up. You when you was a little kid, your your dad wanted you to do something. your mom wants you to do something, and they're telling you, you better get your ass in there and you better do it. And then you say, but why? Because you had something else. You wanted to go play in the sandbox or something. You had some important stuff to do. And you said, but why? And they said, because I said so. You had to buckle in. You had to fall prey to that debt. And the reason they did it, brothers, is because they were trained in the same manner as they were little kids.
Yeah, I agree that we're programmed from an early age. I always say to Jim all the time, this is not the life that the Lord wanted us to live.
Right on. Right.
Thank God for forgiveness of sins. You know, you have to move on. You have to deal with all that, and I think that's what you're talking about with your debt consciousness.
Yes.
You have to come to terms with your past, and you have to move on and
Right.
and just try to do better.
That's right, brothers.
Because we can't move forward if we continue to keep this debt.
Right.
That's going to help me, I think. Really, ever since I saw your videos, I mean, I've been thinking about this, and yeah, there's some things that I have to get together myself.
It's hard because we have ego still, you know, and you need to let go of that ego.
Yep.
That's one of the main things.
Yep.
Yeah, the near-death experience video is very cool. You know, part of our show is we do paranormal stuff, so we've had a lot of mediums on, and they all say the same stuff that you're saying. And now, the more I hear it, more and more, that's what we have to look forward to: bliss,
Yeah.
free from Earth.
Have you ever heard anything about anybody saying anything about debt consciousness?
No, that you're the first.
Yeah.
So
It got me thinking. It did, and I can tell that from when you made that video maybe years ago, you're still very strong with that. It hasn't faded away. Your belief with that, it's holding strong as ever.
yes, and it is getting stronger. The more I get rid of, the more. And what happens, you guys, is I pray to God, show me where that is. I know I've got something. And when I see it, when I finally realize, oh my God, that's part of, oh, it's gone, man. It's like, oh, I just got 10 pounds lighter.
I could use some of that action.
We're going to start living our lives like that more, Jim. All right. All right, moving on. In 94 to 95, you toured with Ringo Starr's All-Stars, which featured Randy Bachman, John Entwistle, Felix Cavallari, Billy Preston, and Starr's son, Zach Starkey.
Yeah.
What was that? Can you tell our listeners what that experience was like?
It was great. I think that was one of the most fun periods as far as touring. I've toured with other people. I've done the Happy Together and the Hippie Fest and all these different, you know, principal people from a band use one core band, and we get out in front of them and kind of do this. But with Ringo's All-Star Band, having the core band be the, you know, people that have made it, people that Randy Bachman, I love his style. I love, you know, where he comes from. And Billy Preston, you know, he's a very, God rest his soul, a very spiritual guy. He was a very spiritual guy in my life. And to interact with these brothers, and I feel that we're brothers because we're here on Earth, and the more you can show someone that you're willing to accept them as a brother, the better off the relationship is going to be. And in bands, we think, you know, that we're brothers. We say that we're brothers, but I'm telling you something. In Ringo's All-Star Band, we prayed before we went on stage. And I remember one time we were playing over in where the hell was that? Oh, in Wisconsin. It was a great big huge deal on a lake. You know, it was like part of a fair, I think. But there were thousands and thousands of people, and it was hotter than a sheriff's pistol, man. I mean, it was hot. And we're circled up, we're praying behind the stage, and Entwistle for the first time, steps into the prayer circle, grabs a couple of hands, and he's in there with us. And it was notable. Everybody was loving it that he finally got in there with us. And so I think it was Felix Cavalieri was praying, and we're giving it to the Lord. Lord, thank you for our talents. We want to give you the increase of the talent that you've given us. We want to give you the increase. We want to give you what you deserve. And we're talking about taking that stage. We want to give you the glory before the first person starts clapping. We give you the glory, Lord, for the talents that you gave us. And we're talking and Entwistle's over. I mean, and it's hot, hot, hot. And so Felix goes, amen. Everybody goes, amen. And Entwistle says, well, you could have said something about the weather.
That's great.
That was great. It's
A little bit of comic relief there.
yeah, for sure.
Man, to be on stage with those performers has to be just mind-blowing, right?
Yeah. And Ringo, Ringo,
Yeah.
He's the nicest guy in the world, isn't he? Almost.
he really is. He's extraordinarily nice. And I remember he put out a deal on YouTube where he's told everybody, don't send anything else. I'm never signing another thing. He was kind of said it angrily. And so if you're thinking about it, don't do it. Don't do it. And I can sympathize with him or empathize,
Definitely.
because that poor guy, Ringo, can put a ball cap and sunglasses on, and he looks like Ringo with a ball cap and sunglasses. That's it.
He can't escape.
He's Ringo all the way. But that experience was a wonderful treat for me to learn chords from Randy Bachman. He was showing me the way he made the chords in the song, so I would make them the same way, and it would be double bad. And Entwistle, that poor boy was deafer than a post. I'm not kidding you. Oh, he had to turn up so loud that I was stationed right next to him, and it would take me off balance. It would fool with my equilibrium. It was so loud, and we were playing in A440. Had we been playing in A432, the original tuning standard of the United States, it wouldn't have done. A 440 will beat you up.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, I want to go back to the Native American thing for a second here.
Okay.
You were honored by the Lakota Sioux Elders in '99 during the concert in Hackinson, North Dakota. A special presentation was held honoring your Native ancestry and your contributions. Members of the Lakota Nation presented you with a handmade ceremonial quilt, and you were also honored by the Cherokee Medal of Honor by the Cherokee Honor Society. My question is, does that quilt still hang in your house?
Oh, yeah.
I knew it did.
You didn't give that to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, huh?
Oh, no.
maybe your guitar with that Jimi Hendrix fuzz box.
Yeah.
I have a question about that.
That's cool. All right, ask him your question.
Well, actually,
Vince.
it's not a question. If I could find it here.
Where you guys at?
We're in a suburb of Cleveland.
Yeah, we're just west of Cleveland, and it's super hot here right now.
Fairview Park.
Yeah.
Okay. In an interview, you were talking about your guitar that had the Jimi Hendrix fuzz tone. I heard your guitar in Public Hall, maybe around 68 or 69, and I recall being blown away at how loud it was. When you flipped that switch, it went to another dimension. You knew you were just blowing everybody's heads off, right? I mean, that was unbelievable. I can't remember anything more. I mean, Pink Floyd was great, but it was so trebly.
Do you still have that guitar?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Messenger guitar or something, or am I?
That's her right there, my messenger.
Oh, you got that. I thought that was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh,
It
okay.
was. It was.
Oh, you brought. Okay, it was temporary. Very good.
On loan.
Okay, and you got that for $200, and you only gave the guy $20. You had $20 in your pocket at the time. It seems to me, even back then, you guys gigging all the time. You make a good buck gigging back then.
Oh no,
No?
no. Even for the first year, over a year, we were on $350 a week, which was more money than we'd seen ever. In 1969, $350 a week, dude.
For individually, you mean?
Individually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We don't know what happened to all the rest of that money.
Oh,
In '69, you were making $350 a week. In '69, that had to be big bucks for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I was making $2 an hour, I think, back then. Yeah. Really?
In '87, I was making $5 an hour. That's funny. Well, you brought up the Rock Hall. So what I'd like to say is you're not currently in the Rock Hall as a solo artist. However, you've been inducted as part of the Grand Funk Railroad and Terry Knight and the Pack. And according to Wikipedia, you've been very vocal about your disappointment that Grand Funk Railroad has not been inducted as a whole, criticizing the Hall's selection process.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Jim had a question for you regarding the Rock Hall as well.
And what was that question?
And basically, how do you feel about the Rock Hall in their selection process? Do you have anything you'd like to elaborate on that?
I think it's kind of like the U.S. government. They don't represent the will of the people.
Yeah, you're right.
I've been there a few times, and it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot for me. It was okay. I like, that Meet the Beatles album with John's, what they were wearing on the back of the cover. That was there. I looked at that for like a half hour going, wow, John really wore that. Oh.
When you bring up the government, I saw a quote that you put out. It said, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I'm an American. And that's what you say to launch into your song, An American Band. Is that right?
That's right.
Do you still do that to this day?
To this day, brother.
Wow, that's really great. Hey, I also heard another one. I got to ask you this other question. Frank Zappa produced Grand Funk's album, Singin', Good Singin', Good Playin'. And
Yes.
did he also produce the single Can You Do It?
Yes.
And you worked with Frank Zappa. What was that like?
It was great. Everybody thought he was on drugs or taking, mescaline or some kind of stuff. That boy was straight.
Drug free.
Really?
Yeah, drug free, alcohol free. Listen, we go out to dinner and people are ordering drinks and beer and what have you. He would get a Shirley Temple. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never, ever.
Wow.
He didn't need to. His conscious mind was in a very extraordinary place. Yeah, he was, man, I can't even imagine him if he would have been, if he had tried drugs, he would have flipped out. He drank coffee. I'm telling you, he would make a cup of coffee nervous. He drank coffee like there's going to be no tomorrow. He drank more than 10 people ought to in the course of a
Wow.
day. Yeah.
Well, that could be a drug in itself
Yeah.
for a lot of people.
Yep, it sure can.
Probably did something to him, But
Got him all
whether
keyed
he
up.
realized it.
He was faster than everybody else in the room. That's great. Hey, here's another one for you, and I'm sure our listeners have no idea about this, and I told Jim about this. So you're mentioned by Homer Simpson in the Simpsons episodes Homer Palooza. In season 7, episode 24, as Homer drives his children and their friends to school, Grand Funk comes on the radio. The children do not like it and ask him to change the station, and he responds, "You kids don't know Grand Funk." The wild, the shirtless lyrics of Mark Farner, the bong-rattling bass of Mel, The Competent Drum Work of Don Brewer. Do you remember when that came out? Did you
Yeah.
ever?
Well, I remember because we did a concert downstate, and it was a big concert, and they were they were playing that part of that episode on a big screen over the stage. And this was back in like 96, I believe it was, and 97, somewhere around that.
Yeah.
And here it is. And this is the first time I'd ever seen it or heard. I mean, I heard about, Homer Simpson and that, but I just never watched it. I'm more into I don't watch a lot of TV, or I never listen to the radio ever. Not No, I get in the car, I don't want that thing on. I want the music coming to me. I like to hear that music a whole lot better than other stuff going on. So, anyways, uh, having that for the first time, having seen that, I'm thrilled because the audience out there, these thousands of people, man, they were digging on that so hard, man. They were loud, and as they were getting real loud and getting into the frenzy, we run out there and hit our downbeat, and we're off and running, man. It was a great way to start a show.
Heck yeah. And it also probably brought a younger audience to you that never heard you before.
That's right.
And it opened you up because, Simpsons were for a lot of kids, not a lot of adults watched it.
Right.
And then you were also mentioned in episode 9 of season 8 of the HBO comedy series Curb Your Enthusiasm. That was in September of 2011. Did you know that you were in that?
Is that the something about he didn't play all the notes, but he only played the important ones?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I briefly looked at it, and then, yeah, that's super cool. And then, talking about politics, just to go back real quick about the politics.
Yeah.
When you said that, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm an American. Some of your lyrics, it gives you a feel of politics in the lyrics. And I've noticed that you kind of let your music do the talking for the politics. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
You consciously come up with lyrics and put lyrics in music that fit for the time. Like, especially like when the band was early on, like in 69 and 70. I noticed that a lot about the lyrics, that you kind of fit the lyrics to the time reference.
Absolutely. I felt responsible to the audience, to my brothers and sisters, to give them the truth about what I was seeing, what I was feeling.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I noticed that right away when I was listening to the songs. I want to say this. 14 top 40 hits, 5 top 10 hits, 2 number 1 songs, 30 million records sold, 16 gold and platinum albums. Legendary All-American frontman and guitarist Mark Farner was the engine that pulled the original Grand Funk Railroad repeatedly to the top of the charts. And today, you're in your 75, correct?
76.
76? All right. And should have went with 75. You're still out there rocking it, aren't you? You're
Yes.
still hitting the stages.
Yes, I am.
We have tickets to come see you in October. You're going to be at Lorraine Palace Theater, which is just west of us.
Awesome.
And I hope that we could sit down and talk when you're there. Maybe do a little backstage Facebook Live thing to
Be great. That
Or at
would
least a hello.
be great.
or at least a hello. Yeah, we're definitely going to be there.
Absolutely.
Here's another one for you, and I'm not sure a lot of people know this. You're the son of a World War II veteran, a 4-time Bronze Star recipient, and career fireman. So you know the commitment of brotherhood in the military.
Absolutely.
And I noticed your lyrics have some stuff with that as well. You're a big supporter of the military?
I am.
Okay.
I am. It doesn't really matter what branch of the service. They are all putting their lives on the line. They are all risking their safety to ensure ours. Man, what what could you say bad about somebody like that?
Yeah,
You know,
you're right.
if you really uh, get that, early on they learned how to take orders because I said so. That's what they're in the military. They're trusting souls. They're trusting that whoever's leading this shit is on the up and up, and they're on the straight and narrow. And so, you know, that's what they do. And then when they get out, uh, oh my God, so many of them, so many veterans have committed suicide. Was like out east. We went to Wilmington, Delaware, and we did a show out there for the veterans, and it was a stop soldier suicide show. That was the theme of it because it was one soldier uh, every something like 22 hours or something like that was taking their life, a veteran taking their life. And that just overwhelmed me. It overwhelms my heart to even mention these things. But for that show that we did in Wilmington, um, it was the largest crowd that they had ever drawn, and it was thousands of people there. And they stayed the longest. And I think because when I speak, God has given me a tone of voice that people who are looking for truth and for sincerity can hone into, can cuddle up to, because I'm not bullshitting them. I'm real, and I get up there and tell them, and I sing to them, and when we sing "I'm Your Captain," it's like, man, we raised over $275,000 there at that particular meet, and it was, they were doing a rucksack race, and they were doing some things. It was military minded, but all of the civilians that showed up were just great, supporting our veterans, our troops. And there was a guy, a brother from the 82nd Airborne, man. He was like 92 years old or something, and he gave me a patch. When a soldier gives you a patch or gives you a medal, oh
Yeah, because
It's an
those are
honor.
you have to earn those in the
yeah,
military. You have to earn that patch, and you have to earn those medals. It's not like in being a civilian.
that's
You
right.
have to earn it. Well, there was an article that came out, and it said Mark Farner, the rock patriot that he is, works tirelessly to honor our nation's service personnel and veterans wherever they are stationed. He wants everyone to remember the huge sacrifices our men and women in the armed forces freely give, all to protect our amazing country and freedoms. I thought that was beautiful.
Amen. Thank you.
And then I saw this other thing, and just to go back to you playing live, it said somebody asked you a question, and you said, I love playing live where I can connect with people of all backgrounds. It's all about the fans and all about the love. And that shows in all the music, Jim,
It does.
in
Thank,
the lyrics as well.
thank you. I
And
appreciate
then, so 50 years later, something magical still happens when Mark takes the stage. His voice is still strong, on key. His guitar playing still slick and lightning quick. And your trademark prancing still commands the stage.
And I love the harmonica too. You're my favorite harmonica player. I
awesome.
just
So with
Sure.
50th anniversary, you worked with Mark Slaughter from the band Slaughter.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Mark and I, we were at Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, which was being held in New York City, and the guy who does the camp, he came to me, David Fishoff. He said, Howard Stern wants you guys to come over. He said specifically, he wants you to do "I'm Your Captain" on his show.
I heard that.
And
Yeah.
I said, well, does he want it acoustic? He says, no, man, take the fantasy band. There was Kip Winger on bass, Sandy Gennaro on drums, Teddy Zigzag on keyboards, Bruce Kulick on acoustic, Mark Slaughter on second, me on first, and we went and did it. And I thought it was great just because all these guys are pros, from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and from Guns N' Roses and, uh, from Kiss, Kulick, uh, all great musicians. And it was great because Howard had this big grin on his face, man. I'm talking about like, yeah, he was digging it
I
big
think
time.
I did too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's super cool.
that's when I first worked with Slaughter, and we talked in the green room prior to going out and doing this show. And I'm warming up. Of course, you're not plugged in, but you're playing electric guitar. You're playing. I play just to get my fingers working and you know stretching and all this. And I'm started to play this song, and he goes, Slaughter come over. He says, "What is that song?" I said, "The name of it is Darlin', Oh Darlin'." And he says, "Man, I want to work with you on that." And then that's one of the songs that we did because I started playing it in the studio again, kind of to remind him of that song. And he went, "Oh, that's the song. That's it. That's the one. Let's do it."
Yeah, that's cool. I liked Slaughter growing up as a kid. That's kind of like the music I was raised on, that 80s rock. And
Awesome.
you also brought up Bruce Kulick. He played with you for a while, right? And
Yeah. I don't know.
he's the guitar player from Kiss.
Yes, absolutely. He he played with funk. He didn't play with me. We just played at rock camp, Bruce and I, but he played as the guitar player for Don and Mel when they would go out. And I mean, Mel's no longer going out. He's got some physical ailments, and but Don still goes out as Grand Funk. And but I have to tell you, I am who my songs say I am. Nobody else is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're exactly right. All right, Mark. Before we let you go, I do have two last questions for you.
All right.
And what I want to know is what's next for this journeyman right here? And are you still farming in Michigan?
We do. My 22 acres of Norway pines went down in the ice storm that we had up here. So that was 40 years of work bit the dust. So it
Oh
was
man.
it was hard to take, but on the other hand, nothing hit our house. Nothing. Well, we had one barn that took a big limb out of a white pine tree, but it was coated with ice, so it was extra heavy. I mean, it's got 3 inches of ice on some big old limb. It took out 8 rafters in the barn, uh, and that's the worst damage. It took out our walkway leading up to the back door. But man, other people around here, they had branches coming through. They had trees coming through their in while they're sitting there having coffee, and one in the kitchen is like, bam, there it is. And there was a couple of deaths too, where people were sleeping and the tree fell down and bam. Um, but I feel very fortunate, that I'm still alive, and even though the the trees went down, my wife and I still we got chickens, we got cats, we've had dogs here, and my when my son Jesse was alive, um, we do garden. We People rave about our garlic. We raise it's called Romanian red or Russian red garlic, but it's actually like a purple skin around the toe, And I got to tell you, man, people rave about that stuff. We got some good, real good soil here because the west branch of the Minnehaha, which is a trout stream here in Michigan, it runs through our property. And we plant our stuff real close to that stream where the dirt is moist most of the time, all the time, because of that stream. And it is the black soil that is the richest soil. And God gave us a good spot, to make food, to grow food. And we love doing it. My wife loves it and I love it. So
Well, that's great. That's great. So what's next for you, Mark? I know you're on tour. You've been playing some dates here and there. What's next?
just took, yesterday, we just took a South American run that's going to happen in the spring uh, of next year. And I'm looking forward to that. I always like going to South America because there's a lot of, it's family, more family oriented kind of love. And they sing the words to my songs.
Oh, that's great.
It's they're Spanish speaking people that sing the English of my songs louder than the PA at times, especially like Heartbreaker, man. They love that song, Heartbreaker. And I'm Your Captain, of course. But they sing right along with just about every song.
Me mistreat her.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So when you come to Lorraine Palace Theater in October, that will be my first Grand Funk Railroad show. Well, actually, the music of Grand Funk Railroad.
That's right.
And yeah, I'm excited about that. Jim told me, he's like, oh, he's coming in October. I'm like, you need to get us tickets immediately.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to, get you guys backstage and treat you like VIPs, like you are.
That would be great.
That'd be fantastic. We would absolutely love that.
We'll be contacting Melissa or...
Yes.
Okay, very good.
And we will put you on the list, and my road manager will treat you so many different ways. One of them will have to be right.
No, that's fantastic. Well, we're super excited about that.
All right.
Have you played Lorraine Palace Theater? Have you been there yet?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
thousands of shows.
It's beautiful there. Me and Jim were just at a local band's show there, and the sound system is fabulous.
Oh.
Like super, super good. And it's beautiful inside.
Great. I love those old theaters, dude.
Oh, yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so very much for coming on Outlaw Radio. We're so blessed to have you. We would love to have you on again, man, because there's so much more stuff that we'd like to talk about. And that near-death experience in the paranormal, so cool.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you, Mark.
Jeff.
Thank you so
Jim.
much, Mark. You have a great day. God bless, and you take care.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
See you in the future. I'll see you in the pasture.
Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
You broke my heart again. I can't remember when. I've been healed when I go down that road again. I'm walking away from you. I'm walking away from you. Walking away from you. Monkey on my back again. I can't remember felt so good when I went down that road again. I'm walking away from you. I'm walking away from you. I'm walking away from you. Walking away. Walking away from you. Walking away from you. Walking away from you. Walking away. We have seen better days. We had better change our ways. You broke my heart again. I stand here bleeding, wounded, dying by your side. Walking away from you. Walking away from you. Walking away. Walking away from you. 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 Walking away from you.
This is Troy.
Adam.
Sam.
Jason.
And Levi.
We are Avoid Dead. You're listening to Outlaw Radio. Stay alive. Stay listening.
What's up, Outlaw Radio Nation? Did
blo-
you like the surprise?
I'm blown away.
It was awesome.
I've been worrying about this for the past month, actually.
Hell yeah, Jim.
It finally happened.
Round of applause to Jim Bellinger
Thank
for
you.
bringing
you
Mark
very much.
Farner from the band
Oh, my
Grand
Lord.
Funk Railroad to Outlaw Radio Nation. It was awesome. Good job, Jim.
Thank you, but he delivered. What an interesting person. He has a lot to say. It all makes sense, and he's very passionate about his near-death experience. And
Yes.
that story about the car accident that he was in with
Yes.
a friend. I wanted to ask him after the police left after the accident, if did you decide to walk home after that, maybe, or did you? I don't know if the car was drivable, but I don't know if I would have wanted to drive with him anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd want to drive with him all the time because,
no seatbelt on.
yeah,
And he went through
on
solid-
his knees praying, and then he just got out of the car,
I-
cheated death.
That can't be the first time he told that story.
No, I'm
But,
sure
but
not.
I never heard it before. And
Yeah, a
for-
few people out there were like, "Are you guys going to do a show after Mark Farner?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, we're going to do a show."
yeah, how can
So
you not? Oh my gosh.
that was freaking amazing. Did you guys like the interview with Mark Farner?
I thought that was great, Jeff. You did a really good job preparing for
Thank
it.
you.
We actually talked about it for the past couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
before the show today, we went through. I had my questions, and it just the questions, were all placed at the correct times. It seemed to flow very well, and he had a good time. And boy, I can't wait to see him this October.
Some people call that pre-production. We just call it hanging out and talking about music and listening to tunes, and then we go over the interview questions, and that's me and Jim are super chill about doing the show. No stress. We try not to stress ourselves out.
I was a little bit stressed, but then when I
s-
sat down and
Yep.
and I saw him on the screen waiting for us, and he's smiling and waving, I just thought, it can't get any better.
There's nothing better than when a guest pops up in that green room screen, and then I can turn to look at Jim and be like, all right, we're about to go.
Man, he has a vitality of like
God.
somebody 30 or something right now.
Yeah, and he
still,
prances around on stage, man. He's a wild man on stage, and I can barely get out of bed some mornings. Right now, I'm barely walking.
Well, we did it, Jeff.
Yeah,
No,
we did it. We did. Actually, I thought it was an excellent interview. He said great stuff the whole time. He was
did.
very knowledgeable still. And the feeling I get with coming back from this interview, more so, not so much about the music, but just him as a man
Oh,
and his background and his faith. That's the one thing I get the most is the faith. Amazing.
I don't know how to add upon that.
Freaking amazing. So, yeah, that was super cool, and that's going to live in history for us for a long time. And we're getting backstage passes to hang out with Mark Farner backstage at the Lorraine Palace Theater. Was that October 25th or October 10th or something like
I thought
that?
it was 23rd, 4th, 5th,
Yeah.
something like that. But boy,
We'll be
boy,
rock stars for the night.
That's right.
So we're excited about that. So welcome to Outlaw Radio Nation in the house for another episode.
Yes, sirree. Hello.
We have some rare gems. You heard Jim Bellinger kicking it off with Walking Away From You, or the end of our interview, however you want to say it. I think it's kicking off the show.
I wonder if Mark listened to at least a little bit of it.
What is this?
Yeah, really. Hey, man. It was good until now.
Yeah, man, this show really took a nosedive. Okay, no, I'm sure you loved it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so tonight, like I said, rare gems, local bands, some great news stories, some bizarre and weird stuff I'm going to throw in there. We have music by Beyond Siberia. Just a little introduction of Beyond Siberia. That was the band I was in 2019. We formed a band. We had a female singer. I played nothing but keyboards and electronics, and then it kind of fizzled out, but dude wrote me the other day, the guitar player who I wrote the music, or he wrote most of the music, and he was like, hey, man, why'd you take the music down from your Reverb Nation page? And I'm like, yeah, so I could put up my stuff. I go, our band wasn't really a band anymore, so I took it off, but I still have all the tracks.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of this.
Yeah, you've never heard this before whatsoever.
More surprises from Jeff.
Actually, the next song we're going to do is going to be them, Beyond Siberia, so you'll hear the band. We're also going to play Conspiracy 216. We're going to play Stadler. And at the top of the hour, you heard the song, The Bridge, by a band called Rev It Up. Okay? So you ready to roll, Jim?
I am. I'm ready. I'm so hyped up still.
All right.
I
You
can't
ready to roll, kiddos?
Who are we getting next, you know?
Here we go.
Are you ready?
So we had a merch drop. Check it out. Stadler. Stadler sent us a merch drop. We're going to be talking about them. We just had him on for an interview the other day. He sent 2 shirts. You can see the one I'm showing right here. I got to fix this real quick.
Low battery. Why does it do that?
I don't know, because, once I plug it in, it's just totally fine. All right, so he also sent us a note. I'm going to read the note to you guys. And I love the little notes. This one's cool because it says, "You rock."
What is in there? Oh, yeah.
It says,
card.
Jim and Jeff, you guys rock. Thanks for everything. Mr. Henry G. Stadler. Signed by him.
I
Put
can't.
that right there. Want to show the CD, Jim?
I'll be listening to this right away.
We both got 2 CDs,
No
right?
doubt.
And it's a double disc in there. So there's a ton of music.
Oh, what a nice production you did with this. The artwork, everything. Top notch.
He also sent us a bunch of goodies here, which I want to show. We got some nice buttons that were sent to us.
A bunch of them. Looks like
Gonna
there's
have a
like
couple
10
of
of
those
them or
buttons.
something. I'll
We
be
got
wearing this
some,
tonight. Heck yeah.
Cool guitar picks with the logo on there. You see the guitar picks? We got
Let's
a couple
see.
of those.
They're thins, though. That'll last about... I beat the heck out of my thins.
He beats the heck out of his thin.
Yeah. Jeez.
And we got a bunch of stickers too. So thank you so much to Stadler. This stuff is going to be into a lot of the clubs that we go to, like a Sacred Vortex and Smedley's. We're going to leave a lot of these laying around. And Jim got a shirt as well. So
Thank you very much.
thank you, bro.
Awesome.
Stadler. Check out his music. It's fantastic.
It really is.
But what we're going to do is I was going to play my band, but since we talked about Stadler, let's play his song. And then when we come back, I got some news for you. We'll play a couple tunes, and then we're going to leave early tonight.
And go party a little bit.
And go party.
gonna
Definitely a celebration
Have a
tonight.
ginger ale and a cava, maybe?
A ginger ale and a cava. Well, here we go. This is Stadler with She's Slipping Away.
I'm through with love again. There's just no more feeling being sent. She put our love to shame.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Oh, yeah, that was Stadler when she's slipping away.
It kind of reminded me of Jefferson's Starship in a way, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't remind me of We Built This City song, but just, just kind of her vocals.
I like them titties. Oh, those aren't the lyrics?
They might be.
Yeah, I had a friend that, the guy that played in the band Beyond Siberia, his cousin plays in the band Critic City. Yeah, he's a guitar player in that band, and they covered We Built This City. And me and my friends, we used to hang out. I used to play in a band, Jim, back in high school where we were a parody band, and we would change all the lyrics to songs.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Weird Al. Ours were more like obscene and extremely racy.
I know people that have done the same thing. They use curse words.
Like, hit me with your best
Like,
shot.
instead of she loves you, yeah. Well, she's not loving. She's doing something else.
Doing something else, right? So we did, We Built This City. And we changed the words to We Love Them Titties.
What did you?
Right?
That was...
So when we were at the concert and they cut into the song, I started singing the lyrics, and it just came natural to me to sing all the nasty, dirty lyrics. And he turns and looks at me and he goes, I will never look at this song the same way ever again. Thank you for ruining this for me.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was a good thing. But yeah, Stadler does sound like Jefferson. Is that Jefferson Starship, right?
Yeah.
Not the
that's
airplane.
right. Yeah.
The airplane was the earlier days.
Even though their song was blasted pretty good for being a real bad song, but I always liked We Built This City.
We built this city on rock and roll. Just like us in Cleveland, Jim.
Yes.
All right. So I have some weird news for you. I'm going to knock a few of them out for you so we won't keep you forever. But do you guys know what rumble strips are?
If you told me, I already forgot.
All right. Well, a rumble strip is the strips that are on the freeway.
Oh.
And when you're going around the corner, they'll put rumble strips and they make that da-da-da-da-da-da sound as you go on them. It's to help you slow down. They use them on the turnpike, too, as you're coming in towards the gates, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the United Arab Emirates, humble road rumble strips used around the world to alert drifting drivers to potential hazards or lane departures. In the UAE, their rumble strips, as you go over them, play Beethoven. It's on a mountain highway in the far reaches of the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, I heard about that. Yes.
It plays Beethoven.
Like if you run on them, you'll hear Beethoven or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I
need that in the United States.
I don't know. Mark likes to drive a car, without listening to music. I am like that too. I don't, I wanted to ask him, but I didn't get the, it didn't.
Well,
seem
I get
right.
sick of I'm sorry to admit this, but there are times that I get sick of listening to music. And there's times that I just want pure silence in the car,
So
right?
I was going to ask him. So I was going to say, so you're definitely you're not one of those earbuds kind of person going out into the country and you have your earbuds on listening to music. I bet he's sitting listening to the
think so.
birds and stuff, right?
I think so too. I think he's out there
And
farming,
the wind.
listening to the wind, the birds, everything around him. That's kind of how I see him.
When I go down to the valley and stuff, so many people have the earbuds on. Now, why do they do that? I just like being there and listening to nature. I don't always have to listen to rock and roll, even though I like it. But
Rock and roll. Thrill my soul.
that's my 2 cents.
Okay. Here's another one for you. This one will make you laugh, Jim. In Czechoslovakia, police say they have detained 3 suspects who allegedly treated patients in a fake dental clinic without proper license or professional training. Police say the 22-year-old son consulted the internet to do procedures including extractions, right? While his 50-year-old mother, a nurse by profession, worked as his assistant. And his old man, who's 44 years old, made prosthetic devices. Like, fake teeth and stuff.
That's just, yeah.
Can you believe they arrested them for that, Jim? What's wrong with that? Hey, it was the cheapest doctor around. It was a 22-year-old kid that was watching it on the internet how to do extractions and root canals.
He has to get his hypodermic needles and pain medication from somewhere. How does he drill a tooth or...
Wonder how they got caught.
It's a crazy story.
How do you think they got caught?
Oh. Well, someone complained.
Look at Matt Kuko out there spilling the beans. Watch Sunday's show. Jim, Jeff are talking about Buckland Witchcraft Museum. Going back Sunday. He's going back Sunday for a refresher.
Yeah.
They're going to get you. Now that I'm not going to be with you, Matt, you're going to get all kinds of attachments now. We're going to have him on the show. He's going to be foaming at the mouth. That's funny. Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so here's in bizarro music news. Musicians, this was an advertisement that I saw. Musicians needed for a conservative Rage Against the Machine. An online advertisement sought musicians for a new band described as the conservative Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
What do you think those songs were like? If it was if Rage Against the Machine was like, F you, I won't do what you tell me. F you, I won't do what you tell me.
I'm not...
What do you think the conservative side would be to that? I didn't think of anything witty. I'm putting it in the balls in your court.
I can't think of anything either right now.
Yes, I will do what you tell me. Yes, I will do what you tell me. Right?
I don't know.
May I bend over even backwards for you? I don't know what the conservative aspect of Rage Against the Machine is. We got to find out who this guy is and find out what type of music he makes.
I just don't see it, but I guess it's possible.
Matt Kuka said it's like just like plastic surgery in Mexico and the Caymans.
Oh.
And Janine Springs like, how bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Remember that song?
No, I do not. I do not.
How bizarre. Okay, here's one for you. Bizarro music news. Fall Out Boy released vinyl records filled with their own tears. The band released a limited edition vinyl version of their album, So Much for Stardust, with tears embedded in the records for maximum emotional fidelity.
Now that's something new. Wait a minute. They're in the record, the tears? What?
They had the tears put into the vinyl, and when they pressed the albums, their tears were in every vinyl record.
Somebody did a lot of crying, or they didn't sell any records.
The Crying Boys. Okay, so now check this out.
It's too far out.
Another band wanted to jump in on the action. Another band, they're called Private Function, followed suit by releasing a piss-filled record.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, what do you think about that one?
That'll sell like crazy.
Next will be a jizz-filled record called Come On Eileen.
What group had their album cover with blood and semen and all kinds of stuff? Remember that in the 90s?
Yeah, the name of that band, I'm not allowed to say the last word because it's a huge no-no on the show, but it's Anal. See you next Tuesday.
Oh.
That's the name of the band.
No.
Yeah, because when I played in Quad, we used to cover one of their songs. It was an awful, awful song.
It was such a grotesque album cover with all that stuff.
Yes, it was disgusting.
Who came up with that, you know?
No. I don't know. It was really, truly horrible.
And who supplied the jizz, you know? Did I say that really? Move on.
Yeah, you did. Jizz, kiddos. Jizz. Okay. So, in Ohio music news, Cuyahoga Live Initiative. This initiative aims to boost the live music scene in Northeast Ohio through various committees focused on audience development, workforce development, and artist support. Coming August 2nd, the Sweet, April Wine, and Molly Hatchet will share the stage at the Rose Music Center at the Heights in Huber Heights, August 2nd. The All Cleveland Fest Music, Food, and Art Festival are coming to the Flats in October. It'll benefit the Cleveland Food Bank. And new music releases are coming out by My Cleveland Project. Mr. Moonlight has a brand new song coming. Well, it's a Beatles song, but little different rendition by Jim. It's gonna be very cool. Diane Baker collab. I told her we should name it the Baker James collab, and that's gonna be Should I Stay or Should I Go? A cover by the Clash. Conspiracy 216, Avoid Dead. All have new tunes coming, so we have that to look forward to. Okay, our T-shirts are in. We have our station hats. I'm gonna pick up the order sometime in the next week. We're placing another small order for a new design. I've been talking with Cindy, and she does shirt and design as well. We're going to get some skull caps made for fall and winter, and she's going to do a short run for us. Okay. I also ordered us some stickers, so we have some stickers on the way, so we could stick them on stuff. And, yeah, what do you guys think about skull caps? You guys would want something like that?
It looks like a skull, a human skull, right?
Oh, it's a
What?
It's a knitted hat that doesn't have a flip up. They call it a skull hat.
Oh.
You know, they say Outlaw Radio Nation.
Oh, okay.
Do you want it to look like a skull? Cindy,
No,
can you make
I just
can you make them look like skulls?
we don't need that, I guess.
Maybe like a cracked skull. She gave me skull.
Really.
That's how you get a jizz-filled record. Oh boy.
Maybe it's time for another record or music,
Some vinyl.
another tune.
Another tune. How about another tune? All right. So this is going to be my old band. This is Beyond Siberia. The name of the song is called Art of Humanity. Yeah, it's called Hole in the Sky. And this is sung by Miss A.J. Chase. So check this out.
Open your mind, you'll be surprised at what you find inside. What did you find? If you have time to see this through, see
Beyond Siberia, first time ever played on the radio.
Yeah. I was going to think that was going to fade out versus, coming in strong and heavy like at the beginning of the song. So that was a nice fade out mellow.
Yeah, pretty cool. We kind of fizzled out. We put the band together. We did 2 or 3 songs. I think next Thursday I'm going to play one of the other songs that I wrote and played guitar on, and she sang on. It's really kind of different and weird. So yeah, it was a cool project. It just didn't go anywhere, and I thought we had something really different and cool.
You did.
And so yeah, man, Beyond Siberia. That goes out to you, Ryan Simbeck, buddy. All right, Jim. So this coming Sunday, we have a big show. We have this Sunday, the 27th, is our metal show. Besides being our metal show, which is already a big show, we have demonologist, demon seer, and author June Lundgren. She's going to be with us. We're probably going to spend a good half hour with her talking about demons and Satan and attachments, exorcisms. She knows all about that stuff, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty and find out about a lot of things that we want to know about, like selling your soul, ritual magic. I want to know if she sees politicians with demons around them. That'll be interesting, right?
Anything like that would be very interesting.
So June Lundgren will be joining us at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the USA. We also have our story of the Buckland Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. That will be part of my history of witchcraft. And then after I do that, we'll go between the 3 of us, me, you, and Matt Gutka, our paranormal chef, and talk about our experiences and what we thought about that place, because it was definitely different, and we had some experiences there. Right?
Well, yes, we did. It was pretty interesting.
It was. Also, Zach Attack will be joining us at, I think, at 7:30. He's going to be talking about the metal scene. We're going to be talking a little bit about Ozzy. We already planned to do some stuff about Ozzy anyway, because we wanted to talk about the concert that, now that Zach is going to be on with us. And unfortunately, we lost Ozzy Osbourne just a few days ago. We also lost Hulk Hogan. And who else did we lose today? Chuck
Mangione or something?
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Right in a row. So
I bet it's not over. I bet there's going to be another one right away. I just get that feeling. It's
dropping like flies.
Yeah, they
man.
are. And once they start, it's hard to stop.
So we will be talking about Ozzy Osbourne in the Zach Attack. Music on that show is going to tear the roof off. So if you want to crank it up just a little bit more to really get the neighbors going, we have Conspiracy 216. We have Witch Rune, Inherently Lost, Ancient Limbs, After the Apocalypse, Awaiting Abigail, Oblivia, Lovesick Drug, The Rising Fall, True Devil, and Midnight Whiskey Massacre from the United Kingdom. And then the following week after that, we have a special drop coming from Avoid Dead when we sit down and talk to a real witch. So we have a bunch of super cool paranormal stuff coming. Okay, so also don't forget you can hear all the killer music from our shows on Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365 in North Carolina. I do want to thank our sponsors, Zenify, BBS Film Studios in North Olmsted. I also want to thank Sacred Vortex and Wild Cucumber LLC.
Thank you.
So we've been Outlaw Radio. At the top of the hour, you guys got a special gift from Mark Farner with that interview. It's still Christmas in July, and we wanted to present you guys with a little parting gift.
Boy, we're going to be boosting that one, won't we?
Yeah.
On Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Yeah. We got to get that out. Maybe.
Oh, also another one that died, and I don't know if you noticed, and Matt Gutka just brought it up. I have to
another one?
interject.
I thought there was a fourth one.
Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner. He was on The Cosby Show.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I knew about him, but
Theo.
He's just
he
an
was
actor.
Theo on there. Yeah, well, he was an actor. He died as well this week. And you know how he died?
He drowned.
He drowned.
It takes 1 second to drown. You got to be careful, guys.
And the crazy thing about it is me, you, Diane, and Sherry, I believe, and Dave Kovac last Thursday were at Sacred Vortex. And we were talking about Jeff Buckley and how he drowned. Now, so you don't hear too many drowning deaths, associated with famous people. And then a week later, that dude died. Not that, we manifested or anything, but, we didn't even mention his name, we didn't really manifest his death,
Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes, I think he almost drowned, or he did, and they pulled him out of the pool and revived him. There was a picture of it, actually, on his one double album that I have. What a fantastic album, but that was quite an experience for him, I imagine.
Yeah, Makuka said you could catch his show Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 12 on Rockstar Radio. You can catch Mr. Moonlight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on Rockstar Radio Underground Live 365. And also...
Well, what do you know?
Hold on one second. Guess what? I have to put on the Bluetooth. It was off. So don't answer that phone call.
It is not answered.
Hey, I know you're out there and you're listening right now. Give me 1 minute to set up the Bluetooth. I forgot to do it, and I just want to make sure this all works before you call in on that Sunday. So hold on 1 second. Let me see your phone.
What are we going to now?
I need you to pull up your Bluetooth
Okay.
and set that up so I could have him call in. We have another little surprise for you real quick. And while we're doing that, we're going to play a quick song. Maybe.
BAT2, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Actually, we're not going to play anything.
We are connecting right
All right,
now.
so you're out there. Call into the show right now. I'm waiting for you.
Testing. I hope that call was from the person we think it was from.
Maybe not.
Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it's not.
Wait a minute. Maybe I should put my volume up.
There we go. I think you just hung up on them.
Impossible.
We hung up on you several times now.
Yeah.
I'm here.
All right. Do you have the phone up to your ear?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you sound fantastic. You're live on Outlaw Radio. Robert Sullen, or the sax man, Sully.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I got that moniker.
We almost forgot.
Yeah, we totally forgot
Oh my
that we had
gosh.
that set
See,
up
we
to have
needed
you
to
call in.
us.
As soon as you called, I was like,
Well,
oh, holy crap.
it's not the first time I've been forgotten.
Oh, we definitely didn't do it, but what happened was Mark Farner came on. We got blown away by that, and I looked at Jim and I go, "Don't we have something else to do?"
We were so thrilled about this. So you're going to be on the show, aren't you? Like in August?
Yeah, August 24th.
Looking forward to that. That's for sure.
Yeah, August 24th will be with Sully, the sax man. We also have on that show, we have Leslie Fugit coming on. And that's going to be a fun show. That's going to be for our friends and fans out there and listeners. It's going to be a nice local show.
I can't wait for that.
Take a little break from the paranormal.
Yeah, I'm definitely a local guy.
You heading out to Smedley's tonight for a jam night, or are you going elsewhere?
No, actually, I'm going across the street to the Union House because my buddy Chris Stovacek of Madison Crawl is their guest host, and Chris is very instrumental in my development as a sax player. So I'm going to go visit with him.
Is that on Brook Park? This.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's between State and Broadview, right on Brook Park. Yeah.
What time do they start?
Well, they start at 8.
Oh, okay.
And so jams go on at 9. Traditional hour, the house band. That's pretty much standard. They always go for about an hour set, and then they bring up the jammers.
Yeah, very cool. It sounds like a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. And but yeah, Chris was, like I said, very instrumental. He he helped me along when oh my gosh, I didn't even know I was supposed to transpose on the instrument, and I was playing out of key most of the time, and the guys were so gracious.
Yeah. It wasn't like Stutz where he's like, learn to play the song.
Guitar players.
Yeah, well, yeah, the thing is, there's not that many notes, so as long as a couple of them are right, it sounds okay.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's good, man. I'm glad you get around quite a bit. You're at all the jams, so that's really good that you stay in with it. Well, I want to thank you so much for calling, man. We know that this is going to work perfectly, so when we have you call in and go over all our questions and all the stuff that we're going to talk about, I don't want to give it all away right now, but August 24th, Sully will be on our show, and he'll be hanging out with us and talking through our phone line.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Sully.
All right, Sully, you have a great time. Have a good show tonight. You take care.
Yep.
All right, man. Very cool. So now we know it works, Jim.
Yeah.
And it works for Sully because he had some trouble getting on to the video feed. And it does happen. So we had him call in today. We wanted to make him feel more comfortable that he could call into the show. It works perfectly. So August 24th.
I'd prefer having him on the video feed, but we're just going to have him on the phone.
Yeah, some people we have to do the phone. Some people we do the video feed. It just works out that way. Like Dave Polizzi from the band My Cleveland Project. He would rather call in than do the video.
Oh, would he? Well, that's fine too then.
So we've had him call in before. So yeah, that's just how it goes, man, sometimes. So we've been Outlaw Radio. We have one more song to play for you. It's been a fantastic afternoon. We're super excited. We want to get off here, get the show up and posted so everybody could see our interview with Mark Farner. It was fantastic. Great job, Jim.
I don't listen to a lot of our shows totally after I'm done, but I think I'll be listening to this show maybe 10 times at least right away.
Yeah, definitely going to want to watch that.
To what he had to say about his experiences with the car accident and his near-death experience, and how he did. I wanted to ask him, with his description of what happened with his near-death experience, there were no white flashing lights. He said none of that was going on. I found that interesting. So that wasn't a part of his experience there, but when he left his body and came back and felt the bliss, oh boy.
Well, on August 24th, the show that Sully's on, we're going to have Leslie on, and we're going to be talking about some of the afterlife stuff, and we're going to talk a lot about the transition from life to death, or as some people call it, the transition from death to life, which I kind of feel like it might be true. So, all right, we've been Outlaw Radio. You guys have a fantastic night. We'll see you Sunday night, 7 p.m. Don't miss out. Demonologist June Lundgren, the Buckland Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, the Zack Attack, tons of metal music. We're Outlaw Radio.
Good night.
You have a good night. All right, here we go. This is Conspiracy 216. Song is called Sadistical.
Nice.
We're going to rock it out. Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
Looking for the ignorant, your destiny's for fools to walk the roads of never been, forsaking every rule. Goddamn belligerent, for pleasure in the pain. Looking back, it's always bad. After the cuts, our scars remain. When our scars fall to the ground, it's unconditional. It's dropped down into the fray. Hard line on principle. Till your time is callous heart malevolence. The Trinity unfolds. Negative and wrapped as a dark hand. Oh yeah. Goddamn deliverance. The crushing tides of wrath. All within and all within. For ourselves, how much there is left. When our skies fall to the ground, it's unconditional. It's dropped down into the breath. Online on principle. Till your time it slips away. Been so predictable. Now you know it's time to pay. It's so. Heaven or hell, no way to tell. Who gives a shit? Die for it. End of the day, price that we pay will wash it away. Die for it. Nowhere to run under the gun when our day is done. Die for it. Not enough time. Take what is mine and leave you behind. Die for it. When our skies fall to the ground, it's unconditional. It's dropped down into the breath. Online on principle. Till your time it slips away. Been so predictable. Now you know it's time to pay. It's so sadistical. 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 Damn! Die for it! 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 Die for it!
Hey, this is Jay Jones, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio.